Flexibility, everybody. Whee!
High school grades suck. The American education system, ladies and gentlemen, I hate it.
I hate it.
That's pretty much it. Like, I was comparing grade scales from America to other countries, and it's so frustrating. Like, a C for us is an A in the UK. But, like, you can go, like, your grade is, like, that low, and, like, I would have almost straight A's if I was in the UK, I would have 2 F's.
Well, like, homework, I hate it so much.
Oh my God.
Well, like, a bunch of teachers will be like, well, you need your homework or else you won't understand anything. And all my failing grades that I have is because of homework. It's not because I failed on tests or quizzes. I've proven I know the material. I just hate homework because I'm so busy at home. Like, I just don't have a bunch of time. I just doing it weird. And it sucks. Yeah, the bar's in your face.
Yeah.
Sorry, but, like, it's true.
Technical difficulties. None of your teachers don't coordinate, so you get all of your homework, I feel like, at, like, one time, and so it's like you go from having no homework to having, like, 20 assignments.
I know. It's like, there is no way I'm going to keep writing essays about something I can do in 30 seconds if I had a good computer.
Yeah, they, like, expect you to, like, just, it's like, oh, you can't do it? Write a giant essay. Oh, you can't do that? Write a giant essay.
Everything is so sped up, though, too, because there's not enough time to learn anything.
Like, I missed 2 weeks, and I missed, like, a whole, like, 3 units.
Half of our entire grade is, like, just giving up. It's like, well, this year sucks. And it's like, well, like, colleges won't look at this year. They'll be like, oh, it's COVID. And it's like, yes, that is true. But at the same time, colleges will still be looking at those grades. And it's just like, shouldn't we be, like, compensating towards our students? Not everyone is in the same situation. Like, some people are at high risk and can't come to school. So
I shouldn't be at school, but I have to because I can't do online because I would fail.
And they do have online things, but you just don't learn anything by their online stuff. But I will say, high school is very, very much better than junior high.
Oh my gosh,
junior high sucks.
Junior high.
It sucks that it's COVID, but, like, I'm never going back.
Oh, I went back there for a show, for, like, a play, and I swear I was getting, like, PTSD flashbacks. It was, like, traumatizing.
You're just like, I hate this place so much. I look back, I'm like, worst years of my life?
Never going back.
Never going back. Just like,
and, like, homeschool 9th grade was so terrible.
Oh, yeah. She was homeschooled for most of 9th grade.
Yeah, it was, that led to summer school, where I made friends with a bunch of druggies. They're actually really cool, the tea.
I had this one kid offer to give me a free stick and poke in positive psychology. Public school systems for you. That would have been so funny, just in the middle of positive psychology, like, hey, what's up? Just kidding. Tattoo. I got out by a dude. Weird situation. So he asked me out, kept wanting to avoid the date. I was like, okay, then why did you ask me out if you, like, don't want to go on the date? Like the crap. My friend, it was a friend of a friend, and my friend was just, I'd, like, told him, I was like, I don't really know if I even want to go on a date anymore. He's giving me weird vibes. I feel like he doesn't even want to go on the date, so, like, why am I paying attention? He's like, wait, this kid? And I was like, yes. He's like, this kid exactly asked you out. And I was like, yes. And he's like, Gentry, he has a girlfriend. And I was like, I literally was like, block. Like, I just texted him. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable talking to you when you have a girlfriend. And then I blocked him. And I was like, the heck is wrong with people?
We bless the block feature.
I just don't understand the situations. Like, if they're cheating on them, like, what makes you think they won't cheat on you? Like, I just don't understand that.
It's like, mentally, where does that make sense?
It works. Passive, aggressive.
Together we make...
Passive aggressive!
Hey!
Best form of communication. Let's go.
It's fun being aggressive because everybody just expects you to say what's on your mind so that nobody questions it when you actually do. And it's just really funny.
Yeah, I just sit in the corner and I'm like, hey.
Dude, I love your sister.
So fun.
Work with her, like, she was the reason I stayed at work for so long.
I started off by cleaning trailers, and then I saw there was no receptionist for some of the days, so I asked to be receptionist those days, and then I was a receptionist, and then part-time cleaning trailers, and then I was full-time receptionist.
And then you worked in parts, and then I was a receptionist, and then I quit being a receptionist because it gave me anxiety.
And now I know a lot about parts. There was, like, just a few things that made me sad. Like, we loved this one dude. He worked, his name was Jerry, I won't say his last name, but it was a very important part of the story. And he worked. And he always came in, like, literally, like, every week. He's, like, this sweet old man. Like, he is, like, so kind. And, like, he wasn't coming in for, like, months. And I was like, oh, nah, I can't deal with this. And his wife comes in and he died. And I was like, I need time to grieve. Can I get some paid time off? I was so sad. And then I told Adam and he was sad. Hit him up, ladies. Wait, I actually have seen him talking to a girl. I really want to ask him about it. I really do. So we set the video. We'll let you know what happens.
Somebody has a mini fridge?
Heck yeah. We have a mini fridge. We have a mini fridge. It's mine.
It's my mini fridge.
It's mine. What are you talking about? Powerade sponsor us.
No, they're hard to open.
Yeah, like what the crap?
I had to have my brother open mine.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I can sue.
You're gonna get well.
No! I'm independent! Okay, ready? Independence! What is this?
Dad!
No! Okay, we're gonna do double. I swear, if I can't get this, I could get the stupid champagne lid off, but I can't get it.
We never drank champagne, okay? Let's clarify it.
Oh. Well, anyways, I had one dude. Remember when there's a dude that asked if I was lesbian? And I was like, no, but like, what made you think that? And he's just like, I don't know, you just kind of dress like one. And like every lesbian I know like has a great sense of style. So I was like, thank you. He literally goes, that wasn't a compliment. And I was like, oh. And he walks away and I was like, well, that happens.
How dare he insult you, so.
I know. Let's go beat him
Ow.
up.
Forgot I was wearing a ring.
I was like talking to my one friend and I realized that one of my assignments was due and I did not do it. This one girl walks across the hall and her outfit was so cute. I was like, oh, I have to say something, but I was so flustered that I didn't turn in my assignment, so I just stopped the girl and I'm like, you're cute. And then I was like, oh, that makes me sound like I'm lesbian and I'm not and I don't want to lead anyone on. So I was like, I meant your outfit's cute. And she gives me a weird like, I'm like, but I mean, you're cute too. She didn't even say anything. She just looked at me and walked away. And my friend has never let me live it down. She's like, you remember that one time? And I was like, shut up.
I can tell you're getting tired because you're talking more than usual, which is saying something.
I talk a lot. I've been told I talk a lot by literally everyone that knows me. I never did get my Powerade open. What?
Why you gotta insult my god?
What the crap? It's like welded onto the lid.
I would say let me try, but we know that won't end well.
You want to try?
No.
I don't know, but you, if you get it, I'm going to cry, actually.
If
I will
got
cry.
it, that would be so sad.
I hate you! I hate you! No! No!
You sound pathetic. The girl with the heart condition opened it and you couldn't. My muscles literally like don't work.
I'm fine, I'll just drink my shame. Powerade sponsor.
I drink so much of your product, like so much of your product, please.
And if you sponsor us, I can help you redesign. Because that was not right. That was shameful. That was shameful. Remember in 5th grade when we auctioned off Powerade? Foreshadow.
Cake. It was Gatorade.
Everyone told me I looked like that one kid that was right next to us in that photo, you know? Yeah, everyone told I liked that one kid in 5th grade. But everyone told me I looked like him.
That's so unfortunate. It really kind of is.
Is that you saying he's ugly? He wasn't. He was real cute.
But was he?
He was cute for a 5th grader. Maybe.
Is that a compliment?
I don't really know. Honestly, that could be an insult.
I liked a guy for like 4 years. And then I stopped liking him for like a few months and liked this other guy. And then I liked him again for like all of middle school. Because I liked him from like 5th grade to 8th grade. And then we hit freshman year even though it was at the middle school.
Gotcha.
I didn't like him at grade. Thank goodness. No offense.
He's
You
a
know
good
I
kid.
love you. Just
He
not
knows
like
who he
that.
is too. That's so funny.
He does. He definitely does.
My crush is like I've only had like 3 real crushes. And they all... That 5th grade one's the one that lasted the longest for me ever. I don't really get crushes. I've never had a celebrity crush or... She has. Can we not talk about it? Can we... There's only a few actors that have made me be like, oh, they are cute. Colin O'Donoghue.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it is. And then Matthew Greg Goobler from Criminal Minds. He's mighty fine. Honestly, if I did have a celebrity crush, it would be Matthew Greg Goobler. I'm sorry, I just made a realization. We're gonna stop for just a second so I can explain to her. Okay, we're back!
Realization explained.
Yeah, a very sad realization.
I don't really like anyone right now. That one person looks like that one person. That's all I'm gonna say. You do definitely know that. That's the person we were talking about who I liked for 4 years. I don't like him now, but he kind of looks like someone who, like a celebrity who I think is very attractive.
Sad realization.
He's married.
I haven't actually seen Adventure Time.
I saw I've seen 2 episodes.
But
nice. Will was obsessed with it, so.
My TV experience consists of Keeping Up with the That's what I watched when I was little. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The middle.
I watched lots
Criminal
of
Minds.
teenage boy shows because I have older brothers and only older brothers. So I watched, growing up, when I was little, I watched Voltron Force, Max Steel, Slug Terra, Transformers, Power Rangers, literally all the little boy shows.
I watched Geo Tracks. I loved trains when I was little.
The only little kid show that I ever watched was Bubble Guppies.
I watched Dinosaur Train. Choo choo.
Bubble Guppies. My dad called it Gubble Buppies.
I don't even remember my childhood, so you're already ahead of me in the game.
So blurry. And getting stuck in laundry baskets. I did that a lot. Because I'm too small, so once I got in them, I couldn't get out. They were my go-to hiding spot for hide and seek. But he always found me because I always hid in laundry baskets.
I know. I feel like I sound really annoying.
I know.
It makes me feel so bad for the people that have to listen to me.
I don't think you're annoying.
Aw, thank you. What was that? Let's go beat the war. Let's go beat the war. Do you like someone?
No.
I don't know if I like someone. I'm like a person that's like, it's a high school relationship. It's probably not going to last. So then I kill it.
I asked my dad the other day. I was like, do you remember when you met Mom? And he was like, no, I was too little. I'm like, oh. And my dad and my uncle were best friends growing up. My mom's brother. But yeah, they went to a high school dance in the same group, but not together. And it's just really funny to me.
That's so sweet. I don't even know how my parents met.
You don't?
I don't. I've never asked. I know that makes me look like a horrible child, but I'm sorry. Love is disgusting.
It's never quite made any sense to me.
I can see the I need to calm down. My parents are
my parents are used to it. They've been dealing with this for
years.
Yeah.
I'm very loud.
They're like, oh, Brooklyn's so quiet. Actually, no. Are you kidding me? I sit here and pound on my guitar for hours. They're always happy because I'm doing something productive with my life.
I sit in my room and I usually draw, and my parents think I'm dead. So I feel like my parents always come in when I'm on my phone. So they're like, "You've been on your phone all day?" I was like,
no.
I was literally doing homework 5 minutes ago. Why didn't you check in then? Excuse me. And then they get mad at me. I'm like, my homework's done. Why are you yelling at me?
Or my dad got mad one time because I was reading on my iPad. But he was like, you should go read a book or something. I'm like, I'm literally reading.
You're like, excuse me? Want to read this one book? It's called They Both Die at the End. I really want to read it because everyone says it's so sad, but it's so good. I just want to read it. But then I looked and it's a 6-month wait. I was like, ooh, guess not. I guess reading is for dweebs. I'm just kidding.
I want to read this book called Fahrenheit 451 that's sitting right here, and I'm reading it for English. I actually really want to read it. I'm so excited.
You want to read it?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Hi, everybody.
My friend's viewing your face.
Hey, the Scarlet Letter was so bad.
Oh, I couldn't.
I read one chapter. I read one chapter, and that was the chapter we read in class.
Yeah.
So I didn't even read it. I just listened to someone else read it.
I love dystopian novels, though. So,
I guess that is true.
like, I'm writing a dystopian right now.
One book, and that's The False Prince. And that's like a book for 6th graders.
She talks about it all the time. I've never
so
read it.
good.
My favorite book is always probably going to be The Bard with Athena, though.
Had that phase where I really liked that demon book. She knows about it. It was a bad phase. I literally went through an emo phase and I didn't even realize it.
I'm probably in my emo phase.
Okay,
I'm always in my emo phase.
I have still my like murder true crime part of me.
You'll never grow out of that, and I don't want you to.
Aw, dang. Yeah, you're looking at me like I'm a crazy person. We're playing with blood. Well, synthetic.
We were playing with blood.
He dropped blood all over my hands because he couldn't hit the stupid piece of paper and was like, and I was like, dude, what the crap now? It looks like I killed somebody. So I go to my art class and everyone's like, what's on your hands? It looks like my nail's falling off because it's like seeping into all the cracks. I'm like, I killed someone. Like, that's what happened.
Somebody. Oh, this guy asked me why I was wearing so much black, and then
It's like, shut up.
I was like, because I want to, and he was like, really, whose funeral is it? And I was like, I haven't decided yet. And he looked at me like, oh boy. I was the
Ball of
sassy
aggression.
little 7th grader.
Oh, so
It's my math class. Why do I so distinctly remember that? I met in that class. Let's cut that part out.
Cat to dissect a pig fetus. So we're doing that next week. He makes you name your fetus. I was like,
Why?
It's like
Avery,
to
why?
get attached to your stupid pig fetus, and she's like, no, I just think it's fun. I was like, what? My one friend that sits next to me, she's like, I don't want to name like a pig fetus. Like that's gonna make me sad. I'm already sad for killing it. I was like, well, it's already dead, but not the point. But I was like, just name it someone you hate. I know who I named my pig fetus after. I try to be nice, and I know my sister gets so mad at me. She's like, stop being nice, and I was like, I like being nice, no. She's like, stop it.
It's good to be nice, but it's also good to stand your ground.
And that's the
It's
problem.
like a balance. I feel like I stand my ground too much.
We can balance each other out.
I need your negativity, Dave.
Revenge is gonna be mine.
It's gotta be.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna be mine. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be mine. Like it like that. I said I like it like that. You get the beat? I gotcha. I like going to the jewelers. They put rocks all in my watch. I like Texas from my exes. Then they want a second chance. Oh, it's Adam. What does he say? What did he? Hey, yeah. I knew it. BRB. When I tell y'all, I knew it. I know I freaked out back there, but I knew it.
So good.
No way. I'm so happy for him. Oh my gosh. I want to meet her.
Joy.
She seems so cute. I live for that. I hope they get. I almost said I hope they get married. You have my blessing since we were work pals. So my blessing really mattered. So
Cause work friends.
we're work friends are family, okay? We are brother and sister. Go, Adam. Wow, catching all the ladies. Okay, well, no more catching all the ladies. Just this one lady.
Una lady. You're too pure. Someone said that about me, and I was like,
You're like, what?
like literally like 2 months ago. We're like, oh, you're so pure. Pure since I was like a baby.
I haven't been born. What?
I haven't been born.
I was gonna say, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
I wasn't born.
Did you make that?
No, Mrs. Workman's husband did.
I miss 6th grade.
6th grade was so good.
Okay, so we are going to be doing word-generated songs. Oh, wait till you hear my songs. I'm going to tell you right now, they're very cringy.
Just mine are very repetitive. It's like the same thing over and over again because I think of one thing and that's it.
Let's do
Okay.
speed songs. Your word is question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, I got a question for ya. Are you gonna answer it? Hey, I got a question for ya. Wanna know what you think about. Wanna know if you
ready?
Yeah.
I'll let you choose.
Okay, your word is mobile.
You get question, I get mobile. I'm sorry. How is that fair? I'm singing about automobiles. I love cars. They fill my heart with so much joy. Automobiles. I love them so much. Automobiles. Even boats, too. I mean,
I didn't start the timer.
I love being mobile. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't move. Tasca. I almost said Tessa.
Yeah.
Hey, Tessa. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll start the timer. We can also talk about murder, if you were curious, because I know a lot about it. Well, I didn't murder anyone. Well, my grandma's pretty chill. She's chill.
My grandma's dead. Not both my grandmas, only one of my grandmas. My other grandma she's brittle. She's fragile.
My grandma, she has dementia and is really funny. She forgot who my mom was. She knows who I am, so I'm the favorite. She also knows where she hides her Dr. Pepper, so priorities. I'm just kidding. I promise I didn't touch any of them. I didn't lick any of them. Where's my pecan?
Pecan. They're pistachios.
ASMR. Ew. I can't even hear it, and it's so gross. Welcome to my ASMR.
The cringe police has arrived.
Do I have an issue? No, sir.
She keeps dropping them because she's dumb.
I want to know the funniest thing that happened in art. So we're doing things called diptychs. That's where we take two photos and like put them right next to each other and put a frame around them. And Clark's trying to explain it, and he finishes. He's like, "Okay, so that's how you do a dick pic." And I was like, and he's like, "Oh, I meant diptych." Levi, are you kidnapped? Okay, that was the weirdest text I've gotten in a while.
I seriously think he's getting kidnapped.
Yeah, he's like, "Text me at this number tomorrow," and I was like, "For your ransom?" Like,
Pick that up. Don't make the pistachio shells around my room.
what if I said no? Rest in peace, Kobe.
You failure.
I'm
You
sorry.
disrespect his name. I say 90% of the stuff that I say because of you. And then people like the other day at game night, I said something, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that you say all the time. And Ben looked at me and he was like, "Why did you just say that?" And I was like,
Gentry.
And then he just had this look of just,
Kobe. 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 I'm so sorry, Kobe, but Kobe. See, I'm smart. I almost said logistical.
I am logistical.
I felt so embarrassed because I was like, I had a moment where I felt like I was smart. I was talking to this one kid, and he's like, "What do you think would be a cool job?" I say biotech engineer is what it actually is. Biotechnologist is what it is. And then in math one time, my teacher was explaining that you could technically be a doctor, but not be like a doctor. So you could be like a doctor in a different thing. Like a lawyer can be a doctor. Because if they like get a doctorate,
Yeah.
then they're a doctor. And I don't know why, but I was like, so I could technically be a doctor in hotel finance. And he's like, what? And I was like, I don't know. That was just the first thing that came to my brain. And he's like, why hotel finance? Why not just finance or hotels? I was like, hotel finance is good. This song's about racial equality. We're all here together on this. I'm like Tim Tom. You guys will not know that unless you've watched the middle, but Reverend Tim Tom is my like aspiration. We're all on this planet. We all gotta survive. And we can't be doing that if we're all telling lies. Okay, this is what I call my intro to my murder cast. This is the show where we talk about
murder and homicide, kidnapping that leads to murder too. This is the podcast about torture and death, mummifying living people, and sometimes even strep. This is the podcast about death, murder, homicide, and even kidnapping that may even sometimes lead to death. To death. To death. Please do not attempt if you are 13 ages or younger. Murdercast by Gentry. Hello everybody, welcome to my crime podcast. We're talking about Rodney Alcala today. Now, Rodney Alcala was called the dating game show killer for a very specific reason. He was brought onto the dating game show. It was very interesting. Any thoughts?
I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just here for the music.
Ah, gotcha. Well, good to know, music lady. I don't know the name of Rodney Alcala. Now enjoy this musical before we talk about his 100 plus murders. Are you saying die? It's the Murder Podcast. Come to you each week with a different murderer, because that's our podcast, Murder Podcast. Talking about Rodney Alcala. When he was little, his dad did leave his family. Sad, but everyone thought he was a normal kid until he was enlisted in the army. The army realized something was wrong. They discharged him, saying, mental issues, you should go fix that. He was suspect in murder of an 8-year-old girl. He ran hidden at a university, grabbed a new alias, and they eventually caught him. He spent 3 years in prison, came back out because they couldn't prove it was him, and he was allowed on the dating game show, and he won. This lady chose to go on a date with the literal serial killer, and it's kind of surprising because literally there's no background checks. He was a suspect in 4 murders, had been to jail for 3 years, and yeah, he was allowed on the show, and guess what he said? He said they introduced him as a man that was born in the dark room, you know, where they developed photos. And something he would do with every woman he killed, he would take explicit photos of them. Literally the worst foreshadowing, I think, ever to exist. And this lady rejected him, and then he started his killing spree. And his kill list can go up to about 100. We can't be sure how many people he killed because the images of his victims are too explicit to release to the public. So people just don't come forward thinking that the person they knew was killed by him. Rot in jail, Rodney Alcala.
It's a murder podcast.
It's the Murder Podcast. Thank you all for coming. 13 and plus, remember.
Outro, but also I felt like that was a little aggressive right there. Okay, this is the end of Murder Podcast. This is the Murder Podcast.
The Murder Podcast.
We did talk a lot about murder. Rodney Alcala was a horrible person, rot in jail.